This is music, and this is a stack of 80s metal EPs. Welcome to a response video. This is a response to the mighty one himself, Metal Marty Mac. Go and check out his channel if you like physical music media collecting content, and if you like metal in particular, it's a great channel. Not too long ago, he posted a really cool video where he showed 10 great 80s metal EPs, and I figured that looks like fun. I want to imitate him. I want to make my own video where I show 10 80s metal EPs. So, just like Marty, I have a soft spot for 80s metal, and I do like EPs as well. I don't have a massive collection of EPs, but I do have some, and some of these are indeed 80s metal EPs. So I've picked out 10 of those to show you in this video. It's not a top 10. It's not a ranked list or anything like that. It's just 10 80s metal EPs from my collection that I like. So let's get down to business, starting with this one here. Kein Schlaf bis Deutschland by Attitude from 1987, out on We Bite Records. 5 tracks on this one. This is crossover thrash. It has the attitude of hardcore punk and the chops of thrash metal. So you have some really fast songs on here. The vocals are somewhere in between early Creator, early Sodom, early Destruction. So yeah, it's definitely great thrash metal. What I quite like about this, on top of all of that other awesome stuff, is that they've thrown in a lot of elements of just traditional heavy metal, and that works beautifully. So this is a great crossover thrash EP for sure, worth checking out. Up next, we have this one here from 1983, No More Chances by Bitches Sin. Only 3 songs in this one, but 3 fantastic songs. So yeah, this is obviously early 80s metal. It's new wave of British heavy metal. You got excellent riffs on here. You got just cool song structures. The vocals are your, I guess, typical late 70s, early 80s, kind of semi-shouty, clean vocals. I guess the tough guy vocals of that era. But they fit the music very well. Uh, Great songs. Just this one here, No More Chances, is a fantastic song. I don't know how easy it is to come across a physical copy of this one these days. But if you find one and you like 80s metal and it's not too expensive, it's worth picking up, I think. Up next, we got this one here, Dark Wizard, uh, Devil's Victim from 1984, Mausoleum, 5 tracks. This is a really cool blend of, again, new wave of British heavy metal sounding songs, and then some really fast, almost speed metal kind of songs with almost like punky vibes to them. So this is great, fantastic, high energy 80s metal EP for sure. Up next from 1984 as well, FN Guns, self-titled. Yes, I know there's some minor damage to the jacket there. Also Mausoleum, also 5 tracks. This one is great too. This is more of a mix of Thin Lizzy, uh, hard rock melodies and stuff, and then, Judas Priest riffs. And then you got gruff vocals on top of that. So I quite like how they kind of inject this with some hard rock melody. This is great stuff too. If you like, yeah, Thin Lizzy and stuff like that, it's definitely worth checking out. So check this one out if you come across a copy of it. Up next, we got this one here from 1986, Heretic Torture Knows No Boundary. 5 tracks on this one as well. I've seen these guys described as a thrash metal band a lot, but I don't think this is a thrash metal release, if I'm being honest. To me, this is like US metal, maybe US power metal, but you have elements of hard rock in here, combined with, to be sure, kind of top thrash, if you know what I mean, chuggy riffs. So yeah, you do have some thrash metal elements, but it's not thrash metal. You don't really have the fast thrashy songs and all that stuff. But it's a good EP, fantastic songs. You've got kind of like 80s screamy vocals on top, which is not a bad thing, obviously. So this one is definitely worth checking out as well. Up next from 1987, a picture disc, Magenta First. This was a rarity back in the 80s for sure that you got a band and they're all ladies. This is great traditional metal. There's lots of melody in here, lots of influence from, melodic hard rock of the 80s, but also uh, lots of galloping riffs and stuff. And so it's really cool. Lots of melody, lots of rocking riffs, and at times you got like big vocal harmonies in the choruses. For example, in the song Star, the chorus is just like yeah, it's almost like a pop song chorus, like 80s pop, so good. This is a great melodic heavy metal EP from the 80s. Worth giving a listen for sure. Up next from 1985, Odin, Don't Take No for an Answer. 6 tracks on this one, and yes, they look a little bit like early Motley Crue, but don't let that fool you. This is not glam metal at all. This is US metal, maybe US power metal as well. Uh, you got really powerful vocals on this one, and just great songs and wild guitar solos, and it's you know it's heavier than what you might expect from a bunch of dudes who look like this. Definitely worth checking out as well. If you can find an affordable copy, I don't know how easy that is, to be honest. I just got lucky with the copy I have. Up next, from 1984, Rajas, self-titled. This is you got what 5 tracks on here. This is kind of a mix of new wave of British heavy metal inspired metal and then early glam metal. So you have lots of really catchy riffs and obviously lots of hard rocking riffs, but it's kind of blended in with more aggressive, straight up traditional metal from the 80s. This is great stuff too. Uh, Under Real Fire, the opening track is amazing, but all the songs on here are awesome. Definitely worth checking out if you can find a copy of it. Up next, we have this one here from 1988, Wicca, self-titled. Yeah, it's interesting. You got a lineup with 4 names, but you only have 2 pictures, Steve and Mike. And I assume that that's Steve Horwood on vocals and Mike uh, Childs on drums. And then the 2 other members are called Zach Black on guitars and Ricky C. Ritchie. And I don't know. I don't think they're real people. Uh, I don't know. You got 4 tracks in this one, 4 amazing tracks. This is kind of darker traditional 80s metal. You have elements of Merciful Fate, you have elements of Maiden, you have elements of Judas Priest, I think. And that's what makes this really cool too. This is kind of mildly progressive in many ways. So this is a super cool EP. I don't know how easy it is to find physical copies of this one either, but the songs can be streamed, so you can definitely uh, check out the music that way. Up last, some speed metal, Snow White. This is Kicking While They're Down from 1985. Yeah, speed metal for sure. You got 5 tracks on this one, but it's really catchy in its own way. You got like vocal melodies that are kind of aggressive but kind of catchy. Kind of you want to sing along to them. And some of the riffs themselves are aggressive but kind of catchy as well. This is a really cool mix of fast speed metal song and then a couple of heavier songs, one of which is even almost kind of slow. We're not talking doom metal, but kind of inspired maybe by Black Sabbath, something. Snow White. This was a fantastic speed metal band. They put out some mini albums and EPs, um, and they're all worth checking out, including this one here. So there you go. Uh, 10 good, I think, uh, 80s metal EPs for, I guess, for everybody who watches, but it's a response to Metal Marty Mac. If you have 10 cool 80s metal EPs in your collection and you want to share them, why not also do a response video to Marty? Why not make a cool thread out of this? In any case, thanks for watching.